a Teen Beachbody coach. I'm like, if you have not launched your business, I'm like, the best time ever to launch it, to relaunch it, to re-engage, to up your actions. Okay, the announcement of the BOD, All Access Challenge Pack, plus Shakeology, which I call liquid gold, I say that is the greatest news since indoor plumbing. I've been saying that for like the last week, but I'm like, it really is. It really is. And I'm like, you guys, there are people out there who need us. The obesity rate is going up and up and up because there's so many gimmicks and gadgets out there. Shake this hand weight, lose weight, shock your abs, sitting down on the couch, eating pizza and get a six-pack, take this pill, eat whatever you want. Yeah, give yourself this shot of HGC. I can't tell you how many of my family members and my friends do the HCG diet where they give themselves a shot of HCG. They eat 500 calories and they don't exercise. Oh man, my blood starts to boil when they talk about that. But I'm like, okay, Lace, you have to meet them where they are. You have to just be like, okay, that's what you're going to do. Okay. But you guys, it's the best time ever. These people need you. These people need you. I love, love, love the I Am Teen Beachbody hashtag and the initiative that Christina Delgado started with that. Unbelievable. Around the whole office, if you've seen us going live and seen us doing videos, we have about 800 or 900 stories. If you want to be inspired, motivated, uplifted, search that hashtag. Search it. You guys, whenever I'm like going on break or like lunch or whatever, I just stand and I just eat my lunch as I'm reading these stories. They make me cry happy tears. You guys, you change lives. These lives were all changed because someone reached out to them and invited them to a challenge group. You guys, you first changed your life and then you've changed others by reaching out. And I know that personally because you guys changed mine. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story. All right. Can you guys see this? Thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, if you've worked with me this last year, you guys have seen me go through this change. So this is my story of hope and love. All right. Okay. Since I was 18, I've been in the fitness industry. So for the last 17 years, I've been in the fitness industry. I was a group exercise teacher. I taught at both colleges here in Utah, BYU, UVU. I taught at 6 different gym locations. I basically lived in the gym. At BYU at the college, they would roll and meet me in this big, huge stage. And it was literally like a Super Saturday every single day. Every single day. There was like 200 or 300 people there every single day. And I would teach. I pretty much lived there in the gym. Teaching classes. I would teach like 15 classes a week, like high intensity, crazy, hardcore. I developed a horrible eating disorder. And my favorite pictures are these ones of my eyes. I look so miserable, so depressed, so unhappy because I was controlled by food and exercise. All I thought about 24/7, I have no idea, like my degree is in accounting. I have no idea how I held down my jobs because I was an accountant for quite a few companies. And I'm like, how in the world did I because I'm like, you can't even be off a penny when you're like an accountant. And I'm like, you can't even be, and I'm like, how in the world did I hold down a job? My thoughts were controlled by food and exercise. I was either thinking about what I couldn't eat or what I wanted to eat or what I did eat and how long I would have to work in the gym to work it off. Well, you guys, February 2015, I went through my second divorce. And my second ex-husband, he was very, very extreme into fitness and health. He was very extreme. Before him, health and fitness to me was about like fun, was about teaching my classes and working up that sweat, getting those endorphins. My favorite line from Legally Blonde is, I know that she didn't kill her husband because she exercises and happy people don't kill their husbands. I remember that line because I was just like, you're right. I'm like, those endorphins were just so awesome. I loved the relationships I built. All of my friends came from either my exercise classes or church. Like seriously, all my friends for like the last 15, 20 years. But when I went through my second divorce, fitness and health and anything to do with like nutrition or working out or anything, it all reminded me of my ex. And I wanted nothing to do with the gym or working out or eating healthy. The year before we got divorced, the phrase stress will kill you, it's true. And I never believed that before, but it's true. A year before we got divorced, I had this pain in my neck. It went from my neck, down my back, down my spine, into my butt, down my knee, and my leg. My right arm would go numb. My right leg would go numb. It was 24/7, chronic, dull, achy, or sharp shooting pain. And I couldn't work out. I could walk. That didn't hurt as bad. But I'm like, I can't work out how I want to or how I'm used to. And I was used to killing my body. I'm like, I'm not going to work out at all. So I didn't. So you guys, December 2015, I got hired on at Beachbody. This was August 30th, 2016. This was last year. I'd been working for Beachbody for about 8 months by now. I hated my job. I would call my mom crying all the time. Mom, my coaches, they're like I used to be. They're happy and they're positive and they love life and they love working out and they love eating healthy. I was like, I used to be that person. I would just cry all the time. And I hated my life. I hated myself. Well, you guys, I worked with you every single day. And I would hear your stories. I would read your stories. I could just feel like your passion and your love. And fast forward, Carl comes out with Country Heat, and he comes out with Beachbody's first ever health bet. And the girls at the office made me join the Country Heat challenge group. And I was so against Country Heat. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? That program is stupid. I said that. I really did. I say that. And I thought that. I was like, you're not going to be able to get results with Country Heat. It's lame. And I'm like, whatever. But the girls at the office made me join the challenge group. And so I joined. And you guys, I started working out. I started like just moving my body. I started sweating. I started laughing. Fast forward, this is after Country Heat, after Size, after 21 Day Fix. You guys, these are based on 30 to 45 minute workouts, which you all know. And guess what? Every single day I ate cookies or chocolate or brownies or some kind of treat because I was so extreme for so long. It was either I was eating 0 cookies or I was eating like 100. My eating disorder was a binge eating disorder. I was a total binger. I had the most messed up relationship with food you can possibly imagine. I ate treats every single day. Sydney, she's in the cubicle next to me. She'd always say, it sounds delicious over there because I'd be having some kind of treat. Because as long as it was just moderation, like that's Beachbody. It teaches you to have moderation in your whole entire life. It's 30 to 45 minute workouts. If you had told me I could look like this, get results like this in 30 or 45 minutes a day, I'd have been like, BS. I know it takes at least 3, maybe 4 hours. No. Beachbody changed my life. So this is my transformation. I had a physical transformation, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Yeah, it was great to lose 30 pounds. But the greatest part was my mental and emotional. You guys, I got my self-esteem back, my self-confidence, my self-respect, my self-worth, but most importantly, my self-love. I hated myself. I hated the person. I hated Zoom calls more than anything because I could see myself every single day, all day long, and I just hated that camera. I was like, oh, this job is torturous. My favorite part of the transformation was the light that came back on in my eyes. I love the quote that says, having the light in your eyes is the best kept beauty secret. You can't buy this light. You cannot buy this light. You have to personally develop yourself and go through these hard trials that you're dealt with. And you guys, that's what inspired me. It's because I heard about your guys' spouses having an affair. I heard about your divorces, about your job losses, about a death in your family, a horrible illness. I heard all your stories. Like, oh my heavens, like Ryan Jones' story on the Super Saturday video. Holy smokes, I emailed her the other day because I was like, you've made me cry every single time I watch that. Because, oh, holy smokes, talk about a trial. But she got through, and she's been sharing it with everyone else. You guys, you literally saved my life. I'm not even kidding. This person, I'm like, who is that? She looks like a 60-year-old woman. I'm like, what the crap? I'm like, okay, not the 60s old, but I'm like, it's old when you're only 35. I'm like, what the heck? You guys, you gave me my life back. And even this, it was so funny. So the other day, or God, it was probably like 6 months ago, when it was winter here, I was like, okay, I'm going to get a gym pass. I'm going to get a gym pass because I used to love the gym, but I'm going to be good about it. You know, I'm not going to live there. Da, 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 da. So I started working out there, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, this is a really weird question, but he's like, do you have a sister named Lacey Larson? And I go, that's me. And he goes, what? He's like, how did you age backwards? Because you guys, I even look old here. That's because I was miserable. I was sad. I was depressed. I look a million times younger than I did when I don't even know how I was in that picture. Like maybe like, I don't know, like 28, 29. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just so crazy. Beachbody saved me. It changed my life. Jeff Hill, we went to lunch a couple months ago, and he's like, what has Beachbody done for you? I looked him right in the eyes and I said, Beachbody has saved me. I'm like, working for Beachbody saved me. The man upstairs knew I needed this job. He knew I needed to be surrounded by you guys every single day, all day long. And hear how happy and positive you were and how you love to work out and how you got the results in like 30, 45 minutes, how you didn't have to eat perfectly every single day. You guys, you gave me my life back. Okay, so this is what I talk to all my diamonds about. And this is the part where I want you guys to like help me, because I want you guys to grow. You guys have reached 1 star. Like, you've already reached a huge milestone in your business. And you guys, I think that anyone can be diamond. I think anyone can be diamond, because you can get your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, uncles, whatever. I'm like, when you become 1 star, 2 star is the first huge milestone. That's the first huge milestone that I want you all to achieve, seriously, by summit. You can totally do that, but all to achieve that. But you guys, I work with your diamonds. I work with your diamonds. Diamonds 1 and 2 stars are who I work with. And so in my new diamond training, we get at least like 10, 15, 20. Back last year, you're getting like 30 or 40 or 50. And so you guys, and I know that we're going to be getting those numbers again, but the right way. Last year, we weren't. We hadn't made that shift where we were just bringing in people like crazy, like right and left, right and left, right and left. They were kind of coming in super fast, but they were also going out super fast. But Carl, because he's such a genius and because he truly wants to help people, he has revamped things where, you guys, the vital process, that is so key. Getting customers started, getting challengers results. Guess what? When I worked for Beachbody for those 8 months, I didn't let anyone really know that I worked for Beachbody. I was like, I don't believe in that stuff, whatever. You're right. It's an expensive shake. And I just drink it because I get it for free from working at corporate. Now I say to everybody, because everybody knows me as like, I've been in fitness and health for 17 years. Everyone who reaches out to me, because I've trained all over the place, I say, get online, follow a Beachbody coach that you click with. Follow someone who inspires you, that motivates you. I'm like, they have to be your tribe too. I say, follow a Beachbody coach, get on Shakeology. It's liquid gold. I pay $500 for a bag of that stuff. Like, oh my heavens. And get involved in their challenge group. Guys, because I had my transformation, I seriously, if you know me, you know about Beachbody. And until I had that transformation, I was like, nobody even knew. And now I'm just like, I want to shout from the rooftops. Just like you guys went through your transformations, and now you shout from the rooftops for everyone to hear that Beachbody changed your life. It's you sharing your stories. So with the diamonds, I say, you guys, it's the vital behaviors. I say, everyone come really close on Zoom. I'm going to whisper how to be successful. And I always say, it's the vital behaviors. And I say, I know you guys have heard that answer 5 million times. Well, I'm going to tell you 5,000,001, because it is. The secret sauce, the recipe to success is the vital behaviors. But when they hear it from you, you're like the mama and the papa bear. My sister's kid, she's got 5 kids, and she says, Lacey, drives me nuts. I will tell them something 100 times, and you tell them once, and they say, well, Mom, Lacey says to do this. And I'm like, it's because you're the mama bear. What you say goes in one ear and out the other. I'm like, but when I have my own kids, I'm like, you're going to be that person to me. I'm like, I'm going to be the mama bear. And they're going to be like, whatever, Mom, like, just talk to the head. The face don't want to, like, listen. And so, you guys, I'm that person who, like, they might listen to. So I talk about the vital behaviors, how important they are. I always say successful people do the basics better, but then the Fantastic Four. Arnold Nakaha came up with this, and I have loved it. So the Fantastic Four are: add 10 people to your network daily. And that doesn't mean just add on Facebook. That means add on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram or whatever. Or just add people as in talk to someone at the grocery store. I know the janitors all here. Like, I know them by name, love them. I know the people at the car wash, at the post office. Like, everyone probably thinks, everyone knows me just because they know that I love pink. That's one reason why they know me. And I might have went to the car wash in my Halloween costume. And you guys, it's just opening your mouth. Like, whenever there's a new person at the car wash, they always say, everyone tells me you're going to be my favorite customer because you're happy and you talk to us. Everyone is so just in their world. We're the most connected yet disconnected people ever. You guys, people need that human connection, but we've removed it. You no longer have to go to the post office if you don't want to. You don't have to even go through the checkout line. You can check out yourself. You don't have to go to the bank because you can take a picture of your check on your phone. I just learned how to do that last month. People are like, because I'm like, man, I can't ever get to the bank because I'm always just working. I didn't know about little Dropbox thing. I don't know. Me and technology, I don't really like technology. But anyways, add people to your network somehow by just opening up your mouth, saying hi. Connect with 10. Start 10 conversations somehow. And just like that girl in the Super Saturday video, she made me laugh so hard when she said, if someone's kid is cute, I'm going to tell them your kid's cute. But if they're not, I'm not going to lie. I peed my pants laughing because don't be fake. Be genuine. People can tell when you're fake. They totally can. So you guys connect with people somehow. Invite 5 people to something, whether it's to a free group, a challenge group, or a sneak peek. Invite 5 to something and then follow up with 10. And I always say, if the actions you're taking aren't meeting your goals, up your actions. When coaches say, I want to be 5-star elite, I want to be 10-star, I want to be top 200. I always say, well, the power of 3 ain't going to cut it. If they say I want to be 5-star elite and they're diamond or 1-star or even 2, I'm like, the power of 3, it ain't going to cut it. I'm like, your actions have to be aligned with your goals. So if your actions aren't meeting your goals, up your actions. But this is another warning that I give to everybody. I'm like, don't just go through the motions and be that checklist vital behavior person. I did my invites, check. I did my personal development, check. How many times have you listened to a book or read a book and it has gone in one ear and out the other, or you have read and you just read words and you're like, what the crap did that book even say, or that chapter or that page or whatever? Yeah, guilty right here. Yes, we're all guilty. So you guys put your whole heart and soul into the vital behaviors. Don't just be that checklist coach. When coaches tell me, Lacey, I sent out 500 invites yesterday, that's a red flag to me. I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Like, what are you doing? Just copying and pasting. I'm like, I'm like, put your whole heart and soul into the vital behaviors. There's another thing. Time management is huge. With my diamonds, I stress so big on this. I'm like, you guys, time management is huge. At least 80% of your time should be spent on your very own business doing these 2 things, R and S. R stands for rescuing people from themselves. Rescuing people who are shaking that hand weight or shocking their abs, eating pizza, and trying to get results. You need to rescue them from themselves. They're so confused. S stands for set them up for success. I seriously wanted to hug Carl and squeeze him till his eyeballs popped out of his head when he announced the BOD Access Challenge Pack. Because it's $160. Like I said, greatest news since indoor plumbing. You guys, I think before we were kind of like setting people up with whatever program was on promotion that month. Well, now we can set them up for whatever program is going to work for them. Set them up for success. So 80% of their time, I stress so much. I'm like, diamonds, 80% of your time is here. And I always say, because people get to diamond and then they fall out all the time. It's those diamond, not diamond, diamond. Not, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, if you fall into emerald again, then it should be more like 90%. All right. The other is the very new people and the performers. So I say when you bring on those very new coaches, you got to put them through some kind of coach basics or coach training, the vital process, the first 30. You got to put them through some kind of process so that they're set up for success. I'm like, and then after that, I'm like, it's the performers, the people who are actually doing the things and not just talk, but they're talking the talk, but they're walking the walk. And the business activity tracker, where'd I put it? Right here. This is going to be your best friend because, guys, you will notice that you have a lot of people who are time suckers. Not that they're time wasters because everyone needs someone, but they are time suckers. And you only have so many hours in the day. As your team grows and grows and grows, you can't be coddling to these people. You can't be spoon feeding them. I say when you spoon feed them, I'm like, it's a disservice to you and to them. Like it totally is. I'm like, set them up for success, but then make sure they're doing these activities. These activities, they're super simple, but they're not easy. And that quote that says, it's not hard work, but you have to work hard. Amen. And the whole, sure, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, another one. Okay, this one is, it says, if you are persistent, you will get it. So like when they're persistent, they get diamond when they're persistent. But it says, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. If you are consistent with these things, you will keep it. She goes, that will be your best friend ever. Okay, let me tell you a story. I actually was in network marketing 3 years ago. And because being in the fitness industry for 17 years, and you guys, every single week, I was probably put in front of like 400 or 500 people per week, because all my classes at the colleges and throughout the gyms, like, and my classes at BYU, like 200 or 300 people every single day. So probably like 400 or 500 people per week. So holy smokes, you can imagine how people were just like on me like vultures, thinking, oh, she's a loudmouth, she's gonna be our moneymaker. And I would get approached right and left by network marketing people. I wouldn't even listen to them. It was people I didn't even know, and they'd just be like, I have this great, I think you would be amazing at it. And they just like, they'd vomit all over me. I wouldn't even listen. Like, I'd just be like, oh no, another one. I wouldn't even listen. But 3 years ago, one of my really good friends who I had an amazing relationship with, who I look up to so much, she truly is so caring and loving and is just a good person inside and out. Because I trusted her, when she reached out to me, I listened. And you guys, I caught the vision. This company hadn't even started yet. Like, it was a pre-launch. It hadn't even, like, it really was, didn't even really totally exist. And the packages that I was selling, they were like $1,300 and $1,400 packages. You guys, the smallest one I ever sold, but I didn't ever sell that one, was $900. I was pretty much selling air. People say that to me all the time. Like the head guys who I helped them launch it. They're like, Lacey, you are the best person ever at selling air. And I'm like, I just sold the vision, like the mission. I truly believed in what they were trying to do. And people trusted me already. It's all these relationships that I had built, and they trusted me. You guys, in about 3 months, I made like $10,000 because the packages were way bigger. So the commissions are way different. But then I went through my divorce, and instead of turning to coaching or turning to, like, you know, to share my journey and all that kind of stuff, share my story, I like curled up into a ball. And then our company got bought out by this big, huge one that I went to one event, and I just had this icky feeling inside. Like, this one lady, I'll never forget her. She was this lady up there, and she's like, be like me. And she was throwing $100 bills to everyone in the audience. And she just grossed me out. I'm like, you are just not a caring person. Like, it was just, she wasn't. And I'm like, but Beachbody, I have that same feeling I had with that company 3 years ago, where I'm like, they truly want to help people. They're good people. Carl, John, Michael, they are who they are behind closed doors, who they are on stage. And that's why I love them. I'm like, I'm going to be a Beachbody for life. I'm like, as long as their mission, and I agree with everything they're trying to do. Carl is amazing. He is building a house of bricks. So many CEOs that I worked for, they would build a house of cards, and they were just one way on stage and another way behind closed doors. And guess what? They've all fallen apart. And I'm like, not Carl. I love the saying that says, choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Guys, it is. It's so true. Choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. And I see Carl doing that. He is choosing the harder right. Guys, this last year has been holy smokes, it's kind of been a whirlwind for everybody. But guess what? He has a vision, he has a mission, and he is truly going to do what he believes in. Okay, I want to show one more thing to you really quick. And if you guys had a corporate person at your Soup Saturday, you got to see this. But if you didn't, you didn't get to see this. Okay, guys. Okay, can you guys see this? Thumbs up. Can you see this when one statement? Okay. Okay, tell me if you guys can hear this. Can you hear it? No? Okay. Hold on. I unplugged my things. Now can you hear it?
It cut out.
Did you mute yourself, Lacey? Oh, yeah.
I am Team Beachbody because I literally found my passion helping people, and I never thought that I would be this happy doing what I do. I am Team Beachbody because I allowed myself to fall in love with a shake and at-home fitness programs that have completely changed my life. Fast forward, in 7 years, I've been able to retire from the practice of law, be a present and fulfilled mom, and lead an incredible team of Team Beachbody coaches.
Why I'm Team Beachbody? I personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've met some of the most supportive, caring, positive, and loving individuals I've ever met in my entire life.
I want to change someone else's life. I want them to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. I am Team Beachbody because I've created meaningful, lasting friendships and lifelong friends in a challenge group.
I didn't know if I would ever be able to look at myself in the mirror anymore. But because of Beachbody, I can absolutely do that with the confidence I always dreamed of.
I am Team Beachbody because I'm getting stronger every day, mentally fit, and because I have two very good reasons why.
I
I am Team Beachbody.
am Team Beachbody.
I am Team Beachbody.
I'm Team Beachbody because of people like you who are changing so many people's lives, helping them become better.
You guys, that video, oh my heavens, like, seriously, I'm like, am I going to have to start shaving my face? Because I can literally feel like the hairs in my cheeks, like, standing up. That video, I'm going to share it in the group so you guys can share with your teams. Darwin, or Jeff Madison, he created that. And so us at corporate, we got to take it. And oh my heavens, you guys, those lives were changed because someone reached out to them and invited them to a challenge group that wasn't going to work. You guys, you've changed your life. You've changed your life. You helped me change mine by sharing your stories. I love when Ruth said on the National Wake Up Call, she said, inviting sucks. It's that frog. It does. It sucks. She's like, but you got to eat it. She says, when you don't want to invite, think of that mom who you see hundreds of pictures of her on social media, hundreds of pictures of her family, of her kids and her husband on social media, but you don't see a picture of her anywhere because she's embarrassed at how she looks. Guys, those pictures that I have when I'm 30 pounds heavier, my roommates have those. Because if you came at me with a camera, I was like, ah! I was like, don't you take a picture of me. You know, I was like a beast. I am so thankful they have those. Like, holy smokes, I am so thankful because people don't even believe that was me. And the picture of me like standing backwards, my family, my friends, no one believes that me. Thank heavens I did the one where I was like, like my face is so funny in that before picture. And I was just like, I remember my roommate taking it and I was just like, I was just like so sad. And you guys, that was back in February. I had gained another 20 pounds after that. And I wish so bad I would have taken before and after. So always take before and afters. And I know like you don't want to and it sucks. And no, I am so proud of my before because before I was embarrassed. I was like, I don't want anyone to know that I ever looked like that. Now I'm like, look, this girl who you thought was perfect, who, you know, like never has a bad day, who's always happy. You guys, now I share. And that's how I've never in my life been able to maintain my weight ever. I probably gained and lost 700 or 800 or 900 pounds. That is not a joke. Never more than like 10 or 15, except for this last time I gained those 30 pounds. That was the most I've ever gained in my entire life. But always like 10, 20, 15, 5. It was this constant yo-yo. This is the first time in my life I've been able to. And guess what? I don't even know how much I weigh because I threw out the stupid scale. And I don't save my pictures. I was this weight at this much. And I was this weight here and this weight here. I'm like, with me, I'm like a number that gets in my head. And same with the containers, you guys. I can't do the containers. UV2, that program speaks to me. I'm so excited about Shift Shop. But the old Lacey, who was 30 pounds heavier or whatever before my transformation, I know exactly what to do, you guys, but I wouldn't do it. I'm so excited for UV2 because it gets you like journal writing. I didn't go on a diet. I got this right. I did personal development. personal development is huge. You guys, you got to change this. And so UV2, I am so excited. And it's about like an intuitive eating kind of meal plan where there's no containers, there's no restrictions, because if you would have came at me with containers, that would have put me right back in my eating disorder. I knew what to do. I just had to get this right. So you guys, your stories are amazing. You've changed your life. You helped me change mine. Keep sharing. Love and adore you all. Even at Salt Lake, I was like, at Salt Lake, I go, you guys, I end my calls like this. I just love you, coaches. I just like love you with both virtual kisses and virtual hugs. But it's like, you guys do. I just love you. I love what you're doing. So you guys keep sharing your story. Keep sharing your story. There are people out there who need to hear it. They need you. They want their life back. They want to live a healthy, always and happy, fulfilling life. And that's what we do at Beachbody. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I will get that video to you guys right now. Have the best day ever. Up those actions, but do it with your whole heart and soul. Don't be that checklist vital behavior person. And you guys, I do this team call. If you want me to do it for your team, I'd be more than happy. I've been doing this a lot lately because last week when I got back to the work, I started doing it last week too. So reach out to me. Let's set up a time. Love and adore you all. You're amazing. Thank you for changing the world. We're changing the world. One BOD All Access Challenge Pack plus Shakeology at a time. Okay. Have an awesome day. Bye, guys.